Greeting interwebs, this is Jacket King, and welcome back for another edition of Pokémon XG Next Gen. Today, the final battle of Mount Battle, and I would say the finale, but I have realized over the course of doing Mount Battle that we still have Pokemon Purification to do at the very least. I'd love to actually do the Lucky Egg quest, but considering the luck I've been having with just the first couple battles in the first set of battles of Aurora Coliseum, that seems impossible. I'll get my thoughts on that out of the way now. I'll probably end after purifying all the shadow. Look, I say probably, but I mean I will end the series after purifying all the shadow Pokemon. However, if I get a really huge itching to come back to this mod in particular, maybe we'll try Aurora Coliseum again. But for now, let's just assume when we reach the peak of our adventure is when our journey truly ends. And now that I've given you a little peek at the entire team, also gotta realize I gotta switch Tail and Swift back up in front. I think we're ready to hop on in for the final set of battles, or the final battle, excuse me. Now, I'm not sure if I got spoiled from browsing the Discord too much on this or not, but nothing looks too out of the ordinary so far, so... Oh! Thanks for playing, I'm Stars, the creator of this hack. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I may have or may not have been spoiled on the fact that they made the final fight the creator of the mod, which is interesting to take. Oh, and I guess he does have his own custom model. Making it like a Pokemon trainer sprite, though, is a pretty cool touch. That's all. By the way, just the fact that the final battle's name is Stars is all I've been spoiled on. Case in point, it's not even like the normal shiny variant of Latias. I was thinking about it being kind of odd to have a double psychically, but maybe that's like the whole point. Like his theme is stars, so he has like Star Me, a star color Latias. I don't think I can Earthquake spam. Still, I think I am still gonna try to go for a Tailwind. Maybe I'll try to Preserve Valley for later though. Kind of just realizing how well my team gets countered by Starmie of all things. At least to the point where it makes it kind of hard to have a swap in. Well, coming out, Swimmer Speed, it looks like you're going to make it to level 73 before you end the fight after all. Ah. Okay, no burn. I wasn't paying enough attention to see if that was a crit or not. Shouts to Focus Sash doing his work. If Starmie doesn't go for the water move on Tail and Swift, maybe I can soak up a Psychic and pull something out. I don't know, because I'm gonna try to do this fight without healing items, especially because I saved right before it. But I'm maybe not in the best start. Like I can't. Roost is kind of pointless. I forget if I still have Discharge on this Pokemon or not. I mean, I might as well try out Substitute. I brought it with me right into Mount Battle in particular. Oh, right! Thunderbolt, like, absorbing... Full Absorb. Forgot about that. Yeah, this wasn't a half bad play. Kinda sucks that just one hit was enough to actually put me in range, but at least this gives me time to get a Substitute out. And I might even be able to combo it with Discharge. Yeah, let's go for Play Rough on the Latias. Like, surely Protect would be better, but there wasn't really too much I could do about that at the moment. Oh right, the Life Orb, like, counts on both Pokemon. I swear, if I take recoil damage from my Substitute... Okay, no, it's just that it happens on the first Pokemon. Though the fact that no one got paralyzed from that. That is a little bit disappointing. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to bring a Pokemon in to finish it off, but no. We do at least got that going for us. I don't like the fact that we're essentially trading, though. It's kind of worse than that, TBH. I'm kind of down 3 when he's only down 1. Well, the psychic moves seem to be what's really giving me a hard time, so change Flame Chop out here. Don't think I have time to set up, but at least I have Dark type moves. And at least I'm neutral at that. And I want to go for like Earthquake or something, but I am down 3 Pokemon, I gotta be a little careful. Oh. You know, let's go for it. I need to pull something out of my butt if I want to even out the odds and all that. Oof. The fact that Latias can, like, do so much damage in one single hit, though, that's not too fun. Or that's not too keen, I should say. And the fact that I'm not outspeeding is just, like, not working in my favor either. I was really hoping that, like, Flame Chop would do a little bit more. All that, and wasn't even enough to finish up the job. I can at least bring Tail Swift out here to, like, finish it off, but still have to worry about that Latias. Tail Swift is probably going to go down either way, so I'm going to Hail Mary to Latias. Use my Ice Charge to make sure the Gardevoir goes down before doing anything too crazy. And is it just me, or is it like Latias alone is carrying this team, which is weird because it feels like it's not the first time I faced off against Home and Legendaries, and yet this team is like giving me much more to work around with. The worst part is I don't even know if that crit mattered or not. The part I hate, it all comes down to Funland. My fighting type is out on the field against one of the stronger psychic types in the entire game. Yeah, I guess going for the Spore is the right thing, assuming that I can even survive long enough to actually get it off. Well, good game. I guess see you back for attempt number 2. Alright. Time for attempt number 2. Took a bit longer than I thought it would to prep between attempts. But I think the stuff I did behind the scenes will pay off. Here goes something though. A lot of it leans off of Lean with the Latias again, and I just realized how unlikely that's a thing. Also, like, maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of Overheat for, like, a bunch of Dark-type moves. Welp. So yeah, at least I got at least one turn to sort this out, so I'll start with a Protect. And lead with the knockoff. We'll go from there. It would be nice to preserve Flame Chop long enough to take care of the Scizor, because, like, double weak to fire feels like it was made for her, but I get the feeling this has a Soul Dew. Yep! And that was a big factor in me wanting to actually go for knockoff on the moveset. Dang it, that wasn't even with Life Orb. And as much as I just want to get solid chip damage in before going down, if I want to make use of my Life Orb, I feel like going for Tailwind is my best option. When I say Life Orb, I meant like Focus Sap. Oops, absolutely nothing there, Chief. And that was with my Life Orb. Jeez. Dang it, that didn't even take me to the sash range. God. Why is this Scizor like the most deadly thing we've seen yet? Well, let's see how well this pans out for us. I won't be surprised if it's badly, but we won't know until we try. Wow. Okay. At least now I know for attempt 3 that he has a Scizor, so I really gotta preserve Flame Chomp for that in particular. Okay, I was hoping for flinches, honestly. It's kind of a big deciding factor in it. I was gonna say, why did that do not very effective damage? But right, it's Bug Bite, and it's just using the crunch animation. I think it's actually safe to bring out Funland. Oh, you know, I probably... Oh, right, choice items exist. I don't know where, because I don't think I've seen a single choice item this entire game. But that would explain why some of them are hitting so hard, despite everything that should be out of their favor. Right, we're already down to our final 2 Pokemon. Right, guaranteed Blizzards. Guaranteed Blizzards that freeze my Pokemon first attempt. That's fantastic. Now we get to see the Starmie. It kind of feels like a good game, to be frank, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm already in the mental state of that's all over. Yeah, I was thinking of actually putting Blizzard on one of my own Pokemon to, like, take advantage of the snow warning, but for one, I don't think there was really too many Pokemon that really could learn Blizzard, and now the Pokemon that I have in my team that can learn it, most of them had other moves that I wanted to have instead. See y'all for attempt 3, I guess? Well, good news, no Latias this time. So that buys me a little time to, like, get some of the Pokemon out of the picture and focus all my energy on Latias when it is ready to come out. The bad news, like, I was gonna say Congenera has nothing to do here, but I did teach Shadow Ball to it. I'll go for a knockoff. If nothing else, we'll get to learn what item it has, acknowledge its power, choice specs. Okay. The good news is that it won't. That explains why I was so... Wow, I forgot just how prominent choice specs actually were. And also, I made a bad play. I assumed that, like, ground type going after electric type was way too obvious, but alas, that did not really work too well in my favor. Maybe the game's, like, stuck. Because, like, it's still doing Hyper Voice despite the lack of a choice specs. And it really feels like the choice specs damage is practically non-existent anymore. But for now, let's see how much a Liquidation does to a Swampert. Gonna kind of hope that, like, my play works in my favor. Block the Thunderbolt. I'm surprised it doesn't count as, like, absorbing the Thunderbolt like some previous times. That's right, like last time it just went for the Skull to finish me off. That's not too bad though. Because now I got a clean switch in for Funland. It certainly seems like I'm gonna need the power of Wood Hammer to get through this fight. Oh, that's right. Starmie's still singing is out here. I think I'm still gonna go for it. I think now I'm gonna go for Light Screen. If I would have realized that this Swampert is like specially focused for some reason, I would have gone for that sooner and maybe I would have survived it, but I think Side Shock is like a weird move that specifically goes after the physical defense. Dang it. I feel like this attempt is already like really... Yeah, I don't know, I'm real torn between doing damage and going for that Tailwind. On the bright side, like, Light Screen's really putting in work, but I don't know if it's enough. Like, it'll definitely keep me alive for now, but the moment that Light Screen goes away is the moment that I'm kinda toast. Especially because that Latias is still sitting out here. At least I finally get AoE damage going with Earthquake with 0 consequences. I kinda need that sort of power to clear out the field. Yeah, so that's probably won't be enough. Wow. Okay, I mean, on second thought, feels like we're kinda screwed. I can at least take care of these two Pokemon. As much as I want Roost to like offset the poison, this will put both of them in the range of getting knocked out by an Earthquake. Oh frick! I forgot I had the Rocky Helmet. Now how many Pokemon does that bring it down to? I know there's at least a Latias left, which honestly we're probably kinda screwed, to be frank. But I can't remember if there's gonna be a second Pokemon or if it's just Latias. Whew. No, there's also the Ninetales. The good news is that it's the last two. The bad news, I think we're screwed, pals. Like, if the Tailwind is out, then surely my Light Screen is kind of a non-factor. Not to mention, like, Blizzard's gonna obliterate Talon Swift either way. Is there anything I can do to put this in my favor? I can, as much as I want to go for Rock Slide, but I'm not faster. So I'm gonna just Gunk Shot and hope. Decent damage, but not as much as I really need. Yeah. There's the game. Well, on the bright side, I feel like I know the team I'm fighting against a bit better, and I can't think of any adjustments I can make to my team to improve things, so maybe one more go. One more try. One more try. Before I die. Before I die. But seriously, it's getting late. I don't feel like I've taken enough time to just chill. I felt kind of it's kind of like a night that I could stream, but by the time I sat down to start streaming, it was way too late. So I wanted to do something to feel productive on the video, well, production end. So I decided to attempt this. I didn't think it would take like over 4 attempts, to be perfectly frank. I say over 4 attempts because I already feel kind of screwed by this lead. Just Flamethrower the Scizor, get it out of here. And Flame Trap will be at full health, so I could probably knock off an item off of whatever comes in next. It's not the greatest start. Just what I was about to say, but it's looking promising. Well, swapping over to Focus Sash certainly worked to my favor. This is my best shot at getting any damage off before everyone goes down. Dang, and that was a crit! Is Stars like Eevee and Ivy maxed out or something? Alright, so at least everyone gets priorities, so it doesn't matter if they're gonna be ganging up on me. Oh my god. Oh! I mean, I guess it worked out in my favor either way? What I'm trying to do is not send out Funlin against the Latias. But, yeah, I don't know if there's really a way for me to avoid that either way. I don't think Ninetales is much better, but Wood Hammer from this range is gonna hurt. That's my best shot of getting rid of this thing before it becomes an issue. Well, good game. Yep, I don't see a way crawling a comeback out from here. Cool. And you have Freeze Strike, because yes, right, that's a move that exists. Well, you're bringing all the moves from future generations into this game. Well, we made a solid attempt at the fight, folks. Guess I'll see you another day for another try. I think I actually caught the lead for once. Question is, will I actually be able to capitalize on it? My controller keeps going into the item sign. Well, Flame Shop, you did good. I didn't get to capitalize on the knockoff at all. I just realized that the Latias is still a thing I have to worry about. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness for that poison. Just when I saw it survive the hit, I was like, oh man, I think I'm just screwed. I think we're just gonna go for another gunk shot. Like, the Rock Slide is gonna do practically nothing to Swampert, so the only thing I get out of going for Rock Slide over that is a possible flinch. And even that's a little bit of a stretch. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna consider just calling it in after this, but seeing how well this attempt went, kinda gives me hope. It still sucks, but especially because I'm pretty much just relying on sleep RNG at this point. Okay, that was too much recoil. Again. We go again. I set up this recording session just to do attempts, so why not just go again? Man, like, that was a perfect lead, and I just don't see that happening again. Like, why can't I have a grass type that's not weak to psychic type moves? Like, that would make this fight so much more simple. Ah, screw it. I do have a focus sash, worst case scenario. Just feels like, unless it's the Star Army, there's no point in having Congenerate out here yet. It's good to know that Flame Chop, like, outspeeds both of the Pokemon, though. I feel like that'll come in special unity. So that takes away a little bit of his power. Good chunk of his power, apparently. Really? I'm convinced that you're, like, reading my moves, because, like, how else would you... Why else would you go for an Icy Wind, unless you didn't see a Flying type coming in? I think last time we did this, though, I still kind of took too much damage. And it has even more health now than it does before. If nothing else, this will accommodate me in case Gyrophore does wake up before I can do anything about it. So if I can just get out here, give myself one more turn of Poison Heal, that works for me. Now that Liquidation is just going to go on the Swampert, I take less recoil damage for when I do eventually go for Wood Hammer. One thing I gotta keep in mind, I don't have a Tailwind anymore, so Latias could be a problem. Shoot. So the good news is that I take the hit. The bad news... I'm not fast enough anymore. Oh! Oh my god, like... If I knew the Star Army was gonna knock over my Broom... Dan, like, I could have done literally anything else besides what I did. No, it's okay. The Star Army has been really hard to work with in the past, so putting to sleep is not necessarily a bad thing. Nah, screw it. I got the Focus Sash. Congenerate's most important job is getting rid of the Star Army. Alright, so Star Army's asleep. I go fast. I go before the Mud Boy. girl. Not even close. Well, maybe I'll go for Swimmer Speed, attempting to try to take it out. Okay. And now, hopefully, Swimmer Speed can just finish the job. I was a little worried about that miss, but I figured that I should go for Play Rough in case I do knock out the Swampert. Because that would have felt like a waste of a move to do Liquidation against a Water type. So I got the leftovers, but now I gotta deal with Poison, which seems like it's doing more. Which sucks, because I would like to get one more life screen up before the battle ends, and... like, Ninetales is like the worst offender of the life screen shenanigans. Let's see how this pans out. Right, it has the freeze dry. It's been so long, I forgot about that detail. Okay, could be worse. I mean, it definitely could be worse. The Latias is still sitting in the back. And, like, this battle's been going so much more smoothly. I was gonna say well, but... no, realistically, it's just going more smoothly than the previous attempts. I did completely forget about the fact that I had Protect. Like, I'm pretty sure that Latias has Levitate, but I don't think I've ever actually bothered to find out. If it didn't, like, Protect Earthquake would be pretty good right about now, just for some chip and all. Attack, try to get rid of Ninetales before it sets up the Aurora Veil. Alright, you just gotta take one hit. I mean, hopefully I'm not overcompensating too much. You might... ideally you can take more than one hit, but dang, that did a lot. Ah, it's got a Focus Sash? If I don't go for Ice Shard, then I'm not going to get a hit in before I just get knocked out altogether. My only hope is that the Latias does not attack Ellie, and I get one more turn with it for the last Pokemon. And I'm really hoping the Shadow Ball does more than a quarter. My god, Congenerate, what good is your attack for? Well, this is a problem of itself. Oh, right, and the Scizor is the last one. I could go for Protect. I think I have enough health to live a heal. If they both gang up on Jolteon, that buys me a little more time, and that's kind of what I need right now. Let's hope this actually leads to something. Great. Alright, Shadow of Doubt. It's got Levitate. I do outspeed the Scizor, so there would have actually been a point to Iron Head. Alright, so my last two Pokemon is Talon Swift and Congenerate. God, this attempt's so close, but I don't think it's going to be enough, especially considering how little damage my Shadow Ball did. Oh shoot, I went for the wrong move. I was trying to go for the Brave Bird. Maybe this is not a bad thing. This does put me back up into the Focus Sash range, if I so need it. It's like, if I just barely survive this Iron Head, then I'm kind of in trouble anyways. Just barely survive the heal. My Hail Mary is a move with recoil damage. I guess for science we can see how much an Extreme Speed would do. Decent chunk, but nowhere as much as I would hope. And, like, I don't want to give up, but it also feels pointless to keep trying here. Like, there's other things I'd rather do with my day. Let's see how I feel after the next attempt. And I'm not quite sure how to feel about this setup. Like, no one's immediately weak to it, but I don't immediately got anything that great against them either. And, like, can't think of a way to, like, reel them Talon Swift early than not even break a Focus Sash. But I'm gonna try not to overthink things this time around. Just go the motion, see what sticks. Okay, guess I did make use out of that Focus Sash. If only I knew it would be enough. I think it's time to put the game away for today. Couldn't even give me the mercy of getting knocked out by the hail and having another turn to go through with this. You know, my initial plan was to climb my way back up to this 100th battle and just record another day, but heck it. I got the mic still plugged in for some previous recordings earlier on in the day. Might as well at least run with it, at least one attempt, if only to like get a gauge of if I need to grind with my team a bit more, or between the levels I got and the way my team is more optimized, if this will be enough to pull ahead. If not on the first, even if it's not on the first attempt. Alright, so the most major difference, besides move pools, or at least I should say in terms of items, is Congenerate and Flame Chomp now have choice specs. So my initial plan was to like lead off with Rain Dance and Thunder and just take advantage of my raw power. But if he was to lead off with the Swampert, then why not? Nice, and I'm faster naturally. This choice specs, this should take out the Swampert immediately. And I don't know if it's the first time I'm not sure if the first time that we take care of the Swampert so early on. I do know this is not the first time I said this, but it feels like we really got a smooth start going already. The Scizor is problematic. It does hit way too hard for what it is. I guess it's like I say I didn't really invest too into the Rain Dance, at least not right away, because of just how easily Pokemon get obliterated. Screw it. I guess I kind of would rather be locked into Dark Pulse because of how many Psychic types there are. But it does suck to not to have an answer for the Scizor right there and not do anything with it. So much for outspeeding a Starmie. At least Fairy resists this bug for no discernible reason. Ain't gonna complain about that today. It probably is gonna be another Pokemon I have to just slowly but surely chip away, at least as slowly as I can with how many fast sweepers are on the team. Case in point. Now, this would be a good time to actually have set up Rain Dance earlier. I was planning on switching out Swimmer Speed a bit earlier to preserve it for that one in particular that likes to set up Snow Warning and completely ruin my day. Perfect. I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about Latios, because I'm pretty sure Houndoom is down. I guess Swimmer Speed might be able to do some Play Rust? Assuming I don't get frozen. Please don't get frozen. Alright. So, I'm not sure if how much that'll help, because you can still get lucky and not miss any blizzards. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't work to my disadvantage, especially with... Great. Of course you get to go first. Rock Slide. I don't think Gunshot would one-shot it. Technically, either of those moves can miss, but the Rock Slide is technically less likely. Alright. Soapfest still on Ellie. Doing the work with that. Just realized if they gang up on Ellie though, then... really, neither of my Pokemon really wanted to get ganged up on though, it's the same. So I should have just gone for the Gunk Shot. I forgot about the fact that I have to actually be faster than my opponent in order to have a chance to flinch them. Doesn't really matter too much. So, I don't know about this. I don't want to get caught in the trap of like spending all day playing this, but I do feel a lot better now about this attempt than some of my previous ones, so maybe I'll give it one more go. While I have everything set up and that. It's gonna be a bit of a pain to edit this, because that was attempt number 7, this is attempt number 8. And I either just have to cut out a lot of stuff for the sake of people's sanity watching, or this video is gonna be an extremely long one, possibly even longer than Greeville, which is nuts. Ninetales and Scissors. Actually, would have been nice to actually have Swimmers be out for the lead for once. Get that out of the way early on. This isn't too bad either. God, like, I want to go for both of them. If only I kept Heat Wave. Well, I just realized that maybe part of the reason I struggle with this team is because half my team is weak to Ice. How have I only just now noticed that? I must have noticed that. That was because I think that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to ensure that I had a Fire type for my final team slot. Regardless, maybe Flamethrower will be one of those moves that actually can affect that you can use when you're frozen, because I swear there's fire moves that do work that way. It's kind of baffling how many of them aren't though. Oh, come on! I finally have an answer, and you found a way to just barely hang on. And now, like, one of my best options for Scizor is gone. But man, like, getting rid of Ninetales immediately? That has not happened yet in any of my attempts against this fight. If anything's gonna make the difference, I got a hunch it's gonna be that. I was gonna say, and we haven't lost Pokemon yet, but I already forgot about Flame Chomp. Dang it. Dang, my defensive wall took over half damage from that frickin' bug bite. Yeah, the hail kind of just ruins any possibility of Tailswift getting a chance to revenge kill or whatever term I go for. Yeah, and then Hail's gonna finish him off. At least I get the Earthquake off. I don't know exactly how the spread works, but it kind of makes me wonder if I would have done even more damage if Tailswift was already knocked out. I just hope that he goes after Tailswift. No, dang, that's like 2 of my priority Pokemon down when I could really use priority the most. Maybe this attempt isn't gonna be as great. Oh, I didn't even take the hail into account on their end. I mean, I want to go for Wood Hammer just to one-shot it, but this feels like the safer play. Dang, I'm not even faster than a Starmie. Well, assuming Swampert doesn't go for the ground move, at least this way I can still go for Energy Ball next turn to take it out. The part that I hate that this means I'm probably locked into the worst move possible for Latias, but I'm not even gonna get that opportunity, am I? Dang, I thought it actually had a thing going on. Alright, so at least it takes care of Swampert before it can take care of me. There's a chance, a small chance, but a chance we could 2v1 the Latias. Issue is that's not really gonna be alright, the Hyper Voice. I got stuck in the Energy Ball anyway, so I'm not sure how useful I would have been against the Latias. I was gonna say, it's kind of rough for me to 1v1 a freaking Legendary in the first place, but yet I could have gone for Rain Dance. Like, there's a lot of situations where that would have saved me a whole heck of a lot of trouble if I could have just gone for it sooner. Now, I like to see how much damage a Blade Rough does to Latias, but I know I'm not even gonna get the chance to. Everyone's faster than Swimmer speed. Welp. Dang it, now I'm hooked though. Ready to go again. Alright. This wasn't even supposed to be a recording day, so I'm gonna tell myself one more, and that's it for today. Game will be around. Oh, and we gotta start with the Latias early on. like... Problem is, like, I would prefer to use Flame Chomp on both of these, but unlike the previous situation, I can't just hit my move that hits both of them. Technically, Shadow Ball would work for Latias, but I'm pretty sure Latias takes the hits. I'd like to have the freedom to spam both. The general game plan is that with both of these being choice speckers, yeah, I kind of figured out what happened. One of them's gonna get swapped out pretty much after this turn. Alright, so... I would say I hope I burned the Latias, but I don't know if that would really help. Oh! Getting that out of the picture before I can attack, that's huge. See, I might just be playing Hot Potato with Fun Lin, but we'll see how this pans out. Just what I do know is that out of all the Pokemon options I have, the two best options I have for that Latias are Flame Chomp and Swimmer Speed. And Flame Chomp can't really do much at the current state of time. So what I could do is I could predict the Psychic on Fun Lin. Swap Flame Chomp back in here. And hope that they are content with just finishing off Swimmer Speed. I might be screwed just from losing Swimmer Speed this early on, but in the current state that I'm in, this feels like my best option. Because at least I have Flame Chomp as a backup, specifically for Latias. You know, if I leave with Talon Swift, it might be a sacrificial play, but if I leave it out with Talon Swift, go for the Tailwind, then Fun Lin might actually be fast enough to do something this battle. In the meantime, I can see just like how effective Dark Pulse would be. Realize that Knockoff is also a decent option, but I think I do more damage with Dark Pulse. And if I could just finish it off, then I don't need to worry about knocking off this item. Also, just remember that flinching is a thing, but unfortunately we're not that lucky. Alright, so that lets me hang on. There's no hail yet, so if for some reason Swampert doesn't attack Talon Swift, but just when I realized that maybe it wouldn't, it had to reveal I had that frickin' move. Not all is lost. My brain's telling me that this is a bad idea, but I'm gonna just go with it. Oh wait, how is Fun Lin faster than... I thought my Fun Lin was slow. Well, I botched that up terribly. I can only hope that I don't get one shot, and I could still do something with Flame Chomp a little bit later on. Yeah. Well, at least I shouldn't be faster than Starmie. Oh shoot, I meant to go to Switch, not Call. Oh, and I forgot about the frickin' Sledge Bomb. How is Flame Chomp still standing? To say by all means, I should be screwed. And maybe I still am because that just ran out. And I'm down to Flame Chomp. If I somehow manage to pull this off despite all the misplays... the run killer. No way I'm gonna actually pull it off without some incredibly dumb luck. But in case Fun Lin survives long enough, Spore the Ninetales, get Congenerate out of here so I can change the choice spec mood. At least not, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm taking a Blizzard to the face with this play, Ellie wouldn't be a bad counter to the Ninetales. Oh, I'm taking a full Hyper Voice. Yeah, shoot! If I didn't misplay, I could have had this. I feel so dumb. Build a Shadow Ball to take care of the Gardevoir. Oh, I don't even outspeed Ninetales. This feels like an incredibly stupid lead. But Madness is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So I wanted to shake things up my lead, but I kind of just realized the problem. Fun London's weak to too many things. That speed boost really helps it out a lot. At least this is good for Flame Chomp. I would say maybe at least I could bait some Psychic and similar stuff, but doesn't work when my Dark type's already out here. Swimmer Speed can take a Blizzard well, but Congener could probably take the Hyper Voice better. Let's just say screw it and just let Funland have a Hail Mary. No, because that Blizzard is inevitably coming and is inevitably going to knock it out. But am I willing to possibly sacrifice a different Pokemon instead? I kind of wonder if the Focus Band might actually be better for Funland, even though the whole gimmick with Funland is Poison Heal. How much am I really healing? Ice Fairy versus Psychic Fairy. Salute, Funland. It just doesn't really feel like your fight. Oh, I swear to God. I wonder if that's the worst first turn I've had at this fight yet. It sure feels like it. Like, if anything's assigned to stop, it would be that. And yet I persist. Let us hasten. I swear, if this fight ends up being longer than Grieville, I might go insane. Grieville was at least 3 frickin' fights in one package. So that would justify how long that video was. Yet, I get the feeling that this video, despite being only one fight, is going to be just as long, if not longer. Screw it. I'm just going to go for Ice Chart. Chip is better than nothing. And, like, Gone Shop probably was my next best option. And yet it had a pretty good chance of just flat out missing. Besides, something like the Starmie is probably going to come out next, which I would want Flame Chomp to stay in for anyways. Okay, so Ellie didn't even take half neck. Yeah, I got options that can one-shot Swampert if I really need to. My options for Latias are a bit more limited and usually take a few attacks anyways. You better be going after Ellie, right? I forgot about the fact that my special defense was lowered. I can't believe my Electric type ends up being a better option against the Ground type than my actual Grass type. Like, Funland would be fine if there wasn't so many Psychic and Ice types and Fairy types. Not only is his entire team fast, it feels like all of them are anti-Funland option. It all relies on the Latias going after Tail Swift with a Psychic. Awesome! Okay, wow, I actually called it. And I forgot about the fact that it's so fast. Dang it, that kind of like ruined everything. And it was a one-shot, so if I just waited to keep Flame Chomp out here, I could have actually taken care of it. Gonna survive. the Blizzard, but it won't matter because the hail's just gonna finish me off. No! Telling myself not to use items just freaking ruins everything. So at least Ninetales out of the picture. That doesn't help when Latias is just gonna knock me out next turn, and I'm just like, once I get lucky and break out Freeze turn 1, even then I'm kind of feeling hopeless. I'm not sure if it's an act of mercy or insult to injury. But you know what? I'm gonna run with it. At least put them both to sleep. And whether for the fact I had a frozen Pokemon in the field and that was my one main attacker, I would say I got this. It'd be nice if this one shot, but we might have hope yet. Had to hold my breath to make sure Play Rough didn't miss, but so we're down. This puts us Team Jack and K3, Team Stars 2, but one of our 3 is Fun Lin. It's kind of a miracle that we made her work out in this fight, and the last one is Gardevoir. Wait. Funlin might be doomed. But not all hope is lost yet. Ninetales, I guess I was working on borrowed time as is. Maybe I should have gone for the Ninetales to finish it off. Especially because I could have just used the moon. Because I could have just gone for the move that did the bone damage. Oh my god, if I actually had Discharge instead of Thunder, we would have actually won this. Unfortunately, Congenera is only one Pokemon. And I don't see it. I guess it doesn't matter which I target because they both went fast. They were both faster than me. Can get damage off on any of them. Gardevoir? Dang it, that was so close! I really should just try this again another day. Ninetales and Gardevoir. I'm a little conflicted of how I feel about this lead, but at least I can get rid of the Blizzard shenanigans early on. It'll hurt, but we can't one-shot. Oh! Wait, that was with a crit. Shoot. Come on, Swimmers B. It's okay. Would have been real nice if the hail just knocked it out, but I got an idea. Even if it kind of comes at the expense of Ellie, and I go for Heat Wave, I can take care of both these problematic Pokemon in a single move. In the best case scenario. I am perfectly aware of how this could go wrong, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ding. It knows that Flame Chomp's a threat. Hopefully, it's too late though. There goes Ninetales. There goes Ninetales with an asterisk. Gardevoir was the one that didn't attack yet though, so that's not too terrible. I could just finish it off with Ice Charge next turn. Again, it would have been nice. Really hoping that I get hit by a water move. Because I don't have to worry about the ice move from the Ninetales. I forget Starmie's exact moveset, and I know Ice Beam is the thing it can do. I just can't think of a reason it would do. Okay, Scald. Will it be Ellie or will it be 10 for Flame Champ? Unfortunately, that was a realistic possibility, and good job, Ellie. Like, between the burn and the resistance, well, thanks, Crit. My hope is that we can make Tailwind work to our advantage. But I don't recall if Tailwind happens immediately or at the start of the next turn. It looks like it's the latter. Oh, hold on. That could be huge. Because we're definitely getting Swampert out of here before... Do I have Limber Speed still? I don't even remember what Pokemon are still standing, which ones are not. It feels like I'm running out of options to take care of the Latias. Oh, wow! That hail couldn't have ended at a better time. There was also the factor of running pretty low odds of even hitting in the first place. I kind of wonder if I should have just gone for the Roost. Because my thinking with Roost is that if they're just targeting Jolteon anyways, then maybe next turn, after another Roost, I'll have enough health to take a hit. I probably would because I would be back in the... but maybe not. It just sucks that the Hurricane did so little damage. It's like Flame Champ can come in here and knock off the Soul Dude, but that... Oh, it's the Scizor! We still have Tailwind going. Just go for whatever damage I can. More than the Hurricane. And the Hurricane can miss. The part I hate about this is that now I'm locked. I'm locked into Flamethrower against Dragon type. And it just sucks because if I didn't have the choice specs, then I could just swap over to the Dark Pulse and win the fight. But it's a matter of would I've even gotten this far if I didn't have the choice specs in the first place. If I went for Dark Pulse on Latias, then Scizor would have just pissed me off and I would be stuck dealing with that. Well, we're so close. Even though we all know how this is going to pan out, we might as well make sure. Latias just has to swap to... There it is. At this point, that attempt was so close. But I think I'm still going to call it a night because it's definitely 5:30 now. And like, even if I do win next attempt, I would not have the time or motivation to actually commentate after winning. So close yet so far. Just if I lead with knockoff, even though I'm not quite sure how fond I am of being locked into knockoff, getting rid of the held items should work pretty well in my favor for this fight. So sure. If Flame Champ can do more in this fight besides just one knockoff, that's fantastic. Wow, that was over half damage. And I got rid of the Life Dew. Ooh, man, I think this thing's going to be a lot more manageable now. Unfortunately, Gardevoir still has choice specs, so this is going to hurt. Wasn't expecting this. That hurt way too much. And that was my main other option for Latias. So I'll give this a shot. Assuming they don't gang up on Tail and Swift, my Focus Band will allow me to still do the Tailwind next turn, and it might be more effective that way because I'll have more opportunities to use non-priority moves. Here comes the Skull. As predicted. I get the Poison Heal going this turn, so... Ugh. Oh. but now I'm definitely not faster. It's rather unfortunate that I have to wait until next turn for the speed to kick in, because then Funland may have actually stood a chance. Yeah, this attempt is probably just done, but if I have any chance of salvaging this, I need to go into Energy Ball because I can't swap, and I won't really have an option for the Swampert otherwise. Alright, so Starmie's out of the picture. If Ellie can go faster than Ninetales and hit the Gunk Shot, ooh, we might be... Slight chance we might be working with something here. That's great and all. It would have been nice if the Focus Sash was in there though, because I'm not sure if I'll still be able to salvage this after the damage I take. Yeah. If Ellie did live to hit, then maybe I could have, like, gone for an Ice Shard. Well, I guess the Ninetales going down either way, but I don't know. I think it's still like 3 Pokemon, 2 at the bare minimum, against 1 Jolteon, and I just don't see that working out. Especially with the Scizor and me being locked into Energy Ball. I feel like, hypothetically, if I had infinite time, I could win this without grinding anymore. But I've already lost count of how many attempts I've had. I guess this fight in general, so I'm not sure how much more I want to do before just like admitting that maybe I should try to get everyone to level 75. Just for my sanity. Well, I'll give it at least one more go. Okay. Actually, I think this is a pretty good lead. I was debating between keeping Jolteon or Houndoom out here. I decided to go with Jolteon just because of this sort of scenario. And having the Ninetales in the lead is good because I can just get rid of that hail immediately with a Rain Dance. So as long as everyone can like take 1 hit, which is fine because I'm not gonna have to go for the freezer. It's fine, it's fine. Jolteon is naturally faster than Swampert. I was not expecting to be outsped by Ninetales, but it's okay. Not great, because I don't really like the health range I'm at. Like, I don't think I don't recall outspeeding Starmie. But, like, getting rid of Hail, turn 1, is pretty good in my favor. It's still too early to say if this is the run, but this is one of the more promising leads I've had. The sucky part is that now Starmie is... I'll just try to brute force the Ninetales out. Oh! Oh, thank you! Thank you, AI that does not keep Lightning Rod in account. Now, the sucky part is, can I survive a Blizzard? I probably could have if I didn't get critted last turn. And that just makes me infuriated, to be perfectly frank. That did over half, so next one will take care of it for sure. Problem is like trying to get rid of Starmie now. Get the Tailwind, because that way I can ensure I outspeed the Starmie. But what if I need Tailwind for later? I don't know, but that feels like my best option at this point. Oh, and I can Hurricane because of the rain priorities. Jackie K, get the speed first, and if Tail Swift is still around, then you can worry about capitalizing on the rain later. To be fair, I was kind of hoping that Tail Swift would like prevent that from being an issue, and the fact that you've been hitting your blizzards even though there's no rain, that sucks. Like, the only good thing about this situation is that, unlike before, hail is not a factor, and I don't have to worry about that. Right, and unfortunately I can only put one of you to sleep, and the other is inevitably gonna just like completely decimate me. Right, Ninetales would have been out of the picture already if it wasn't before Speed Tide, so like Priority Hurricane with 100% accuracy should take care of Ninetales. And then I might outspeed the Starmie, or I should. I have the Tailwind. I put it to sleep. I don't get hurt this turn. Step 1, complete properly. I mean, if I could get like a second turn with Tail and Swift. Okay! We might be working with something here. I might just take advantage of all the Tailwind turns to put everything to sleep when it comes out on the field. I'm surprised. It's impressive that this has only really worked out now. In the back of my mind, I knew if I could pull this off, this could be a win count, but I do gotta remember, sleep doesn't last forever, though. Things can wake up at any time. And if I were to roost 2 turns in a row, I might be able to give... No, Focus Band's a one-time thing. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if the inventory would reflect that, but I think, like, Focus Sash is a one-time thing. It still shows my inventory, but I'm pretty sure that it technically has been consumed. I can't just refresh my HP and do that again. That'd be a little busted. God. My heart wants to put Latias to sleep before I try taking out the Starmie, but Funland should really focus. But also Funland should take out the Starmie before it wakes back up, and I'm just too torn of which option I want to do. Guess I could like chip it down and then put it to sleep. That way, if worst case scenario, if Funland does go down before I can take care of the Starmie, it won't be impossible. And in the best case scenario, this just means I take less recoil damage later on. You know, if I can add, thinking more about it, if I can like have the Tailwind end while they're both asleep, that can work out pretty well. Like, okay, we no longer have rain, but I think the stars are aligning. Go for another Tailwind and finish off Starmie. Shoot. It's not over yet. I mean, even Ellie would be faster at this point, but I don't see what Ellie's really gonna do to these two Pokemon. Meanwhile, Flame Chomp. Ah. Do I risk the Hurricane when there's no rain to just finish off Starmie? Do I knock off the... Actually, it might fall... It's a bit of a gamble, but it might actually fall to extreme speed at this low of HP. I think I'm gonna try that, because that way I could, like, go into knockoff, get rid of Latias. The Gardevoir is still a thing. But I think Ellie is a decent answer if it comes down to it. Okay, good. And I might be able to, like, stuff just a little pocket Tail and Swift. What I'm trying to say, I could pocket Tail and Swift after this turn if I really want, and just get another Tailwind for the final stretch of the fight. But getting rid of that Seldoo, this early on is good. It'll really be helpful. I'm a little worried about the life with like the choice specs, but I think thanks to my Tailwind, we can just get rid of that before it's an issue. I'll just save Tail and Swift for later, since like anything can knock it out at this range. Neutral damage, but that will allow me to take hits a lot easier. I mean, Latias is no pushover even without the Life Dew, but okay. Assault Vest putting in the work. Hyper Voice should do nothing now. Perfect. Like, it's almost too good to be true. Look, I got no Tailwind, but at least I could bring... If I need late game Tailwind, I can... Still faster, even without a speed boost. Oh, how did that do so much more? Not gonna complain. I might need that. That might be the key to, like... It's in a range where I can finish it off with Ice Shard. And that might be what I need. Sorry. That was my pop going pop. Suck. Of course this is gonna be the attempt that actually... Of course this is gonna be the attempt I win when I actually have the mic. Or... when I have the audio difficulties. Whatever you want to call it. Oh, right, the scissor. No. It's not over yet. First, we get rid of Latias with an Ice Shard. Actually, no, it's got Levitate. I was gonna be fancy and silly and go for the Earthquake. But Ice Shard is a safe play, so go with that. No, I meant to go the swap. I was going to swap into Talon Swift, and that way I could refresh the Focus Sash. Or, I mean, the choice specs. Swear I didn't mean to press call. Ugh. At least still doing okay. It's a 2v1. At least now I can go for Earthquake with 0 consequence. I almost did it again. Pokemon. Talon Swift. I probably won't even get a chance to do a Tailwind. I don't really see a need to do so. If Talon Swift does survive long enough to actually get a hit in, I might just go for an attack, but that's fine. What I need to do is reset the choice spec so I can go for a Flamethrower with Houndoom, and this fight is over. Oh man. I almost had myself for a second there. I guess we'll call that... We can pretend that was intentional for dramatic tension if we really want. But... Rock Slide... Flamethrower... Game. Yeah, you do what you can, but you can't stop the might. And I just knew this was gonna happen eventually, but I'm not even sure if I'm really ready to, like, do the commentary. I'm still kind of in the mindset of just grind attempts. So with the hope that one day when I'm actually ready to do a recording session, I actually get it done. So I didn't exactly have an account for what if I get it done now. Magnificent. I guess worst case scenario I could both commentate it. Let me give it a shot. Magnificent. You may not understand how I can be so happy about losing. Well, I'm delighted that someone so young as you could defeat me. Congratulations, here's your coupons for clearing... Here's your Pokécoupon for clearing Area 10. I don't know if that's worth it or not. Did cleared Mount Battle entirely without giving up. Thank goodness they changed that requirement. Without thoroughly knowing and trusting your Pokemon, this feat would have been simply impossible. For your record-setting Pokemon, let me give you... For your record-setting Pokemon, let me give you these as a memento of your training here in Mount Battle. They're exclusive ribbons. I'm so glad that despite their shortcomings, I decided to do this with the team. No shadow Pokemon or anything like that. I completely forgot about the ribbons. So I'm glad, even though this is a save file and the Pokemon will never be able to follow me outside of this game, I'm glad that they get to wear these ribbons with pride. The team that got me from beginning to end of this adventure. I forgot about the... Oh! We can choose between Mew, Celebi, and Jirachi. I had a feeling it wouldn't just be the Joel Stars again, but that's kind of what my mind was set on. I am not prepared to make this choice whatsoever. I mean, I know with I'm tempted to go with Mew just so I could show off a fun little thing that Pokemon XD has that you can only do with Mew. But also... man, but I also want these other Pokemon. It's like, I don't really get to... I would say I don't normally get a chance to flex Celebi and Jirachi around, but this is it. Like, I can't really think of much else I want to do for this video series. Alright, you know, here's what we're gonna do. I made some preparations off screen in case I change my mind later. And realistically, I could just go through these 10 areas again to get the other 2. But I'm gonna go with Mew. Never want you to forget the way you feel now. I want you to keep battling with that feeling in your heart. One day, I want you to return and defeat me again. I'll be expecting you. It was marvelous. I was gonna say, no item prize, but we got freaking Mew. I gotta stop complaining of being entitled. First, to check out the party. Something feels off. Like, does that ribbon always look like that? Like, shouldn't it at least have a description? I mean, but regardless, it is a ribbon that our entire team gets for the hardships we endured, like the over 20,000 attempts I've had against this fight. But before I forget, our prize, our Mount Battle prize. A Mew with Side Strike, Flamethrower, Wish, and Baton Pass. A nice little assortment of moves. A nice little assortment of moves for the mythical Pokemon. As much as I would love to have this be the finale and be the very last video I do of the series, I'm definitely gonna need at least one more to end the part on. Oh, there you are. Actually, what the heck am I doing? This video's gonna be so long already. I should just save this for the next one. The last part of Pokemon XG Next Gen. Where, on top of checking out what this NPC is about, we'll do the final purifications to put a ribbon, put a bow on our adventure. Until then, see y'all later.